Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a simple DIY how to make these beautiful coffee filter flowers. So let's get started. Here's what you're going to need. Food coloring, warm water and shallow plates, basket style coffee filters, masking tape, a pair of scissors and a stapler, drying racks. So here I have the warm water set up in individual plates with about 1 cup of warm water, and I've been testing out using different amounts of the food coloring to get the shades that I want. Right now I'm going to show you a demo using the light pink that I created, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. Take a little bunch of the coffee filters just like that. They're all together, I don't separate them. Lightly soak them into the plate of the food coloring and the warm water, and you'll see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see how the water and the food coloring travel up into the coffee filter and will color it. So here we go. So I dunk it in, and I usually wait until I see that the water, as you can see, the water's traveling up, and when the water reaches this part, then I usually take it out and lightly shake it to get rid of the extra water. The reason that I like doing it this way is you get a gradient. So you'll notice that the center of the flower will be white, and then the edges are all different shades of pink. The darker shade on the outside, and it fades into the white. And that makes it look more natural, and you can test out with different colors and see what combinations you like. After I'm done soaking them, then I place them on this drying rack, and you can leave them there to dry, but it'll take a long time. So what I've been doing is I'll take a few of them and I'll place them in the microwave, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. I just pile them in there in the little bunches that I took out from the water, and this is what they look like. So they're still wet, and I'll just spread them out, and I don't have to separate them. What I do is I just leave them there, and when they start drying, then I go ahead and start separating, because right now it's a little bit difficult to separate them. I'll put them in the microwave for about a minute. I'll do about 1 to 2 minutes at a time, and I'll keep an eye on them. Alright, so we're checking on them again, making sure that everything is getting even heat. And I'll continue to check on them as they start to dry up. It'll be easier to separate them, so you want to keep an eye on them also so that they don't burn. We'll flip them around again and then put them in again. You can definitely tell that they're drying up. Look how easy it is to separate them now. And the texture of the filters is also changing. And it's okay if they get wrinkled. It actually makes it look more natural. When they're completely dry, this is what you end up with. Now that we have all our coffee filters dyed to the different shades that we want to use, we're ready to get started making our flowers. For each flower, we're going to use 6 coffee filters, and you can use 6 of the same size or 3 small and 3 large. And here you can get a better idea of the difference in the size. This is the large coffee filter, and this is the smaller one. So I have chosen 3 of each. So we're going to begin by taking the 3 small ones and placing them all one on top of each other, and then we're going to fold it in half one time and then another time. And once you have this cone shape, you want to go ahead and cut the edge in the shape of a scallop. This is what you're left with. And we're going to do the same exact thing with the larger one. So we're going to take the 3 filters and we're going to put them together one on top of another. We're going to fold it in half one time. And then we're going to fold it again one more time. And we're going to shape the edges using our scissors. You have the small filters and the large filters, and we're going to go ahead and open them up. Lay them flat. And we're going to take the smaller ones and place them in the center of the larger ones. Just like this. And now we're going to hold the center. Just use your finger to hold the center and create a little pinch in the bottom. You want it to just to hold all the filters together, and we're just going to go ahead and staple that just right there, just to hold it in place. So as you can see, it's not perfect, so we're going to lay it down now open, and you can't lay it completely flat because there's a little staple here holding it, but as flat as you can. And then we can start with the fun part. We're gonna take the first filter, which is the middle one, and you're just gonna separate it from the rest. Bring it to the middle. And as you're bunching it up together, you're trying to recreate what a flower looks like. If you just pinch it together here in the center, right at the base, then you can kind of get like a shape for the center of your flower, a rounded shape. And it's just to give it a little bit of form. And you're gonna do the same thing with each of the filters. The next one, we're gonna bring it up the same way. Just separate it. You can see how easily it is to work with this material, and it doesn't tear as easily as tissue paper does. So this is perfect. So you bring the next filter up and you do the same thing. You just pinch it at the base. You're just trying to shape it, form the next layer. And you're going to continue doing the same thing for each of the layers. And have fun with it, because it doesn't have to be perfect. And then you get to the last one and you just bring it up the same way, and you have a little base here created where you can just pinch it and hold it in place. And the material of the coffee filter is really good because you can shape it and it actually stays and holds in place. Like, you can put the flower down and it won't go anywhere. And even though the material will stay, the coffee filter will stay together, it won't fall apart. It's better to tie it up together. You can use ribbon, but we're gonna go ahead and use masking tape today. So you can just tear a little piece of masking tape and then just hold the base and place the tape down. And just kind of roll it around the base. Put it together. And then you can just attach a dowel or a floral wire, whatever you're going to be using to create your arrangement. And there you have it, a beautiful DIY project, easy to make, and you can make it using coffee filters that you have at home. These flowers are so pretty and they're perfect for decorating your room for a special event. I hope you enjoyed this simple tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!